Look out over the Milford Haven waterway today and it is a picture of serene, breathtaking beauty. This vast, winding estuary is the largest natural harbour in Wales and one of the finest natural harbours in the world. In the modern day, it is a global powerhouse, the United Kingdom's leading energy port, where massive international supertankers use its immense natural depths to supply around a fifth of the nation's energy needs. It is difficult to fathom the sheer weight of history anchored beneath these peaceful waters. Because back in the summer of 1940, the haven was a completely different entity. It wasn't simply a harbour. It was a heavily fortified, high-stakes lifeline for a country pushed right to the brink. Through these deep waters came the great Atlantic convoys, fleets of merchant ships battling storms, dodging deadly German U-boats, and crossing vast oceans to deliver the fuel, food, and raw materials Britain desperately needed just to survive. Watching over them was RAF Pembroke Dock, a sprawling flying boat base that would go on to become the largest operational flying boat base in the world. From these waters, the mighty four-engined Sunderland flying boats thundered into the sky, hunting submarines, escorting convoys, and helping keep the Atlantic lifeline open. Thousands of brave Welsh men and women from Pembroke Dock, Milford Haven, Neyland and the surrounding communities worked tirelessly at the docks, oil depots, workshops and airbase to keep the British war machine supplied and operational. The dock workers knew they were a target. The aircrews knew they were a target. They all knew they were a target. And yet every day they came back to work. And then, one fateful day, the storm broke. At 3:15 on the afternoon of August 19th, 1940, German Junkers bombers tore through the clouds and delivered a devastating strike against the Llanrith Admiralty oil depot. Tank after tank erupted into a towering wall of flame. In moments, a catastrophe had begun. What followed became one of the most devastating industrial fires Britain had witnessed since the Great Fire of London. The force of the initial explosions shattered windows for miles around, spraying broken glass across streets and gardens. As the day wore on, a dense black rain began to fall from the sky. Homes, roads, washing lines and gardens were coated in a thick, sticky blanket of oily soot. For 18 agonising days, more than 600 firefighters from 22 different brigades battled a literal hell on earth. The blistering, radiant heat warped industrial steel like cardboard. It melted the leather boots from the feet of exhausted firemen, and it sent a towering column of black smoke so high that it could be seen from over 100 miles away. The harbour was scarred, the sky was blackened, and 30 lives were lost in the flames and destruction that followed. Among the dead were 5 brave firefighters from Cardiff, men who ran towards the Inferno while others fled from it. The Luftwaffe had struck a terrible blow. The waterfront lay shattered beneath fire and ash. The Germans believed they had broken us. They believed they had killed the haven. They believed the mission here was finished. The very next morning, through drifting smoke and smouldering ruins, the giant flying boats of Pembroke dock were back on the water. One by one, they lifted into the dawn sky and turned west towards the Atlantic. The enemy had brought fire to the Welsh coast, but they had not stopped the mission. They had not broken the spirit of the men and women of the haven. They had not broken the dock workers. They had not broken the aircrews, and they had not broken Wales. The Sunderland still flew, the convoys still sailed, Wales still stood, and Britain carried on the fight. Like and subscribe to Wales at War for more untold stories.